How's it going, everybody? Looks like we're live. So it's a rainy day. Hope y'all are doing well. Just gonna roll this window down a little bit, see if I get wet. If so, I'll have to roll it back up. I just want some fresh air in here. All right. Dan, how you doing? Handicapped traveler. Welcome to the live. Hope you're doing well today. So there's not a lot going on today. I'm just I'm doing the Monday live though. We're staying consistent. So I probably won't be on here as long. Today I have to go meet somebody and do a Facebook Marketplace interaction here in a little bit. So, well, we've got some time, maybe like an hour or so. We'll see how it goes. Not bad. That's good. That's good. So we'll let some people find the live stream. And yeah, we'll just hang out for a little bit. I love you, XO. Welcome to the house. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so just got back from the bin store. It's raining, so that's fun. And I have like I said, we're just going to do the live for a little bit here. I have to go meet somebody, do Facebook Marketplace. I'll show you guys in a little bit what it is that I'm selling. It's actually an interesting item, kind of an interesting little item. So let you guys see that in a little bit. Probably when there's more people here. But yeah, how's everybody doing? I got gas at $2.55 today. Now I put it on the I think I'm getting wet. I put it on the on a short. So I've been doing these shorts lately. Well, the last couple weeks or whatever, I did a short whenever I would get gas at a really insane price, because the price I think is going down on gas. It's not going down on food, but it seems to be going down on gas. So that's good. I'll take it. And so I've been doing these shorts, just let me know what gas is like in your area and stuff like that. Of course, we do that here on the live stream. So guys, let me know in the chat what gas is like where you're at. So we'll do that to start off. And I do this, I just like to try to keep track of things over time so I can look back and kind of see what gas was where across the country. And I like it when we do this ourselves, you know what I mean? Without having to look at like the news or whatever, right? We can kind of talk amongst ourselves here. Facebook Marketplace. Is that shipping or local? So this is going to be local, Dan. This is a local pickup. They're actually coming to where I'm at. So I'm not very far from where I'm going to meet these people. And, if they show up, if you ever sold things on Marketplace, you know how that goes. Sometimes they don't show, but yeah, if they show up, they're going to be close to where I'm at. If not, that's okay, because it's close to where I'm going to be working anyway, and so it kind of works out. And I designed it that way just in case, it falls through, because sometimes these things do fall through. I wouldn't be traveling a long distance to meet this person, let's put it that way. And I suggest everybody kind of do that anyway. Work it into your schedule. Like if you got to go to the grocery store, or you got to go do some errands or whatever, and you're going to meet somebody, just work it into the schedule. Go to a public place, a safe place. Obviously, I recommend that. There's sketchy people out there. Even though it is Facebook, people can make a fake account really easy out there. So you gotta be careful. It's not as bad as Craigslist. I used to use Craigslist a lot more in the back in the day, and then I've used OfferUp a little bit, and I've had some sketchy interactions on there, but mostly everything's gone well. Yeah, for the most part. I've bought some things, I've sold some things. So we got some gas prices coming in, $2.94 per gallon. And then we got, okay, I have a guitar you have to sell and don't want to ship it. You could meet on Facebook. So you can put it on Marketplace. Here's the thing, Dan, if you don't sell on Marketplace, just to understand, a lot of people are going to hit you up for it, probably. And not a lot of people are going to be very serious about actually buying it. So you're going to have to deal with the questions. And a lot of people don't sell on Marketplace because they don't want to deal with that. And I totally understand that. It can be annoying. You find the right person, though, you may be able to, get some cash for the thing that you have. And, you might have a good interaction. And like I always suggest people meet in a safe location. You can go to your local police station. In fact, some police stations actually have like a Facebook Marketplace area where people can go park. But yeah, I suggest definitely do that. Obviously, get a safe place because you don't want to put yourself out there in a bad situation. But yeah, you could easily sell a guitar. A lot of people sell guitars and things like that on there. Just look up the price, look up what they're going for. You know what you have, then kind of give somebody a good deal. But obviously, you don't have to give it away. Yeah, the thing I'm selling today, I'm selling at a good price, but it's because it's a thing that not a lot of people want to buy. It's a specific type of person that wants to buy it. And I'll show you guys in a minute, what that is. But yeah, it's fun. It can be good. You can get some good interactions on there, and you can get some good sales and buying stuff. I buy stuff on there too from time to time. Like I said, I've done more Craigslist back in the day. That's what I used to do. I used to buy the wheels and tires and stuff like that, all on Craigslist. I used to buy all my cars through Craigslist. Now, Facebook is the thing. So maybe it's a little more secure, but you got a lot more people hitting you up about the items. That can get annoying after a while. I got a quick thought. They wanted me to travel 100 miles. I don't want to oh, okay. I got a quote though. They wanted me to travel about 100 miles, and I don't want to travel that far. And I wouldn't do that. Let them come to you. If they don't want to do that, then the item can sit. Somebody will buy it. If it's a cool guitar, and people want it, they'll come travel for it. I've traveled for things. I've traveled out of my area to go buy things, but I don't travel out of my area to go sell things. If that makes sense. It's just the kind of the way I do it. So, but what's the weather like everywhere, guys? What's the weather like where you're at? It's raining here, and it's just kind of a quiet, rainy day. I don't have a whole lot planned for the live stream. We're just gonna hang out for a little bit. So what videos have I done recently? We did the mall video. I think I want to do more mall videos. I was always a mall rat growing up, hang out in the malls all the time. And, I don't know if this generation's even doing that now, but that's what I used to do. And I like to go to the malls. It's a little bit sad to see them that way, but I do like to go check them out and put some of the history out and also document it a little bit just in case, because you never know. There's a few malls that I used to go to or that I've been to in the past and that I would love to go film, and now they've been destroyed. They've been demolished. Those malls don't exist anymore. You can't even go in and film them. Even if they were there, you wouldn't be able to get permission to go do it, even if it was locked up, which I would love to be able to do, actually, if possible. But I do like to explore those, and I like to document those, and also kind of look up some of the history. In the last video, that last one, we were looking for the anchor stores. I think I found them all, and I'm waiting for somebody to come in and correct me on those and let me know, whether that was really where those stores were. I know the Sears was where the Publix was, and I know the Belk was where Dunham's is, but I don't know about the J.C. Penney. That's the one I don't know. And the Woolworth was definitely where that Dave's was. For those of you who watched the video, if you didn't, definitely go check it out. It's just a little mall exploration. But I think I'm going to try to do some more of those in the future here. I like that, and I like being able to do that format. Now, I did the voiceover. Usually I like to go explore, just do it kind of freestyle or whatever. Doing the voiceover gave me a chance to go back and get my research right, or at least most of it, and then try to figure out from there where we were. So I'm kind of like torn between doing it that way and just doing the freestyle, because I like freestyle exploration too. So we'll see how it goes. The gym might have been JCPenney. Yeah, that's possible. So it was either the gym or that other side, because there's a whole thing over there on that other side. Dan, and it had the storefront, what looked like was a storefront, but it was walled off. It was completely blocked. They had put a wall there. So I don't know. That corner could also be the JCPenney, but also you're right. It could have been that gym, which would have been the back of Woolworths at some point in time. We have some people showing up in the chat here, so see who all's here. Susan, hey, you doing? Welcome to the house. Hope you're doing well today. It's a nice rainy day here, so we're just hanging out. Fever Dream Animation has entered the chat. Hope you're doing well. Fever Dream, and let's see if that's everybody for now. Yep, and everybody's saying hello to each other. But yeah, so I'm 90%. I'm really pretty sure that that's where the JCPenney was, but I could be wrong. And you're right, it could be that gym on the other side as well. And I'm waiting for somebody to come through. I'm waiting for somebody to come through and correct me or validate that theory. And I actually know somebody who used to hang out and go to that mall at one point in time, and they didn't tell me whether it was or wasn't. You know what I mean? They just mentioned that they went there as a child. So I'll probably ask them later and see if I got it right and see if they remember. Also, memories are a little bit crazy, right? Because memories can be different. I have most of the time, I feel like remembered correctly on where things were, but sometimes I feel like maybe you can get that wrong, depending on how strong your memories were and how much time you spent at that place and all this. Let's see here. Susan says, I like the voiceovers, get nervous doing the freestyle and then get tongue-tied. Well, you did great on that live the other day that I was there for, and yeah, you did just fine, so you'd probably be good. No, I like doing the freestyles because it's like we're all together basically exploring, and we're looking for, we're just looking and exploring, and you get my reaction. Like what I did in the little downtown video that I did that was a little bit before the mall video. If you look through my videos, there's a mall, then there's a downtown with some murals and stuff. Now, when I went to explore the downtown, that's what I mean by the freestyle. You're just going to get my, just reactions to how things go. And then it's a single walk through, just as if you were with me and we were just walking through the town. I like doing that. I'm not going to stop doing that. We'll probably do that more often, but I do like doing the voiceovers because this gave me a chance to do a little bit more research. I'm also going to show you guys something in a minute that I'm going to use to improve, hopefully, my ability to do this for longer. Let's see. So somebody else is in the chat here. Oh, Susan said, Dan said that something like that because they know you're real. Yeah. And then Susan says, but I have started doing lives now. So you should help build, that should help build my confidence. And it will, Susan, it will. I mean, you're gonna be talking to people on a regular basis. So this is gonna make you more confident behind the camera. Of course, you did great when I saw you doing the live, and you did your face reveal, which is kind of cool. So, there you go, you're out, and now you don't have to worry about that anymore, and you can just hang out now. And so this allows you to do that with everything in all your videos. But the voiceovers are cool, especially if you have something specific to say and you want to make sure that you say it, because sometimes when I'm doing the like a free run, there's things I miss, and I look back later and I'm like, man, I wish I'd have been able to mention this. Or like the other day, my camera died when we were in that town in Mebane, and I was my GoPro died. I'm going to show you guys something in a minute here. And after it died, like right after it died, I looked down, and Dan, you'll find this interesting because there's a railroad right in the town there. There's a railroad that goes through town, and there's presumably a train station, right? Well, and I always try to look down and up and all around, but I missed this. In the walkway on the sidewalk, there's actually little trains with arrows that tell you how to get to the train station, or what was the train station. Really cool, right? And I would have loved to have been able to put that in the video. Of course, my camera died. And if you watched that one to the end, that I was talking. It kind of worked out perfect, though, because I was at the end of a sentence, then the camera died, and that was it. And that was just the end of the video. And it was pretty good because we got a good look at the whole town, that street at least. And some of the things that I wanted to show, which was like the murals and some of the buildings. But, I would have loved to have had that part of the train in the sidewalk and just show that. And maybe I'll show that. That'd be a good short or short video. Maybe not even just a short. How you doing, Squirrel? Welcome to the house. Hope you're doing well. Just came in for a little bit. Got to head back to work. Okay, good deal, man. Appreciate you being here. I did see you hop in earlier. I was running my mouth, but I'm glad to see you here, and I appreciate that. Hope you have a good rest of your day at work. So my GoPro died. So what I did here is I bought this battery. This is a battery pack and it plugs in, and you can plug it into the GoPro right here. I usually keep this door open, and that helps it cool a little bit better, because overheating is another problem with these cameras. But this is what I used for that freestyle video in town, and I use this for a lot of car show videos as well, because I just like the picture that it gives, and it's real steady, and I don't need a gimbal because and it has really good stabilization, because it's a sports camera, you know, and the videos are really stable. I like the way they look, but now the problem is you don't really have a zoom, and so it's hard. There's been times when I wanted you guys to be able to see something, and you can't see it exactly as good as I would like for you to be able to see with this. With the phone, you can zoom. So, you know, phones are good. I'll probably eventually just transition over all the way to the phone. But yeah. Oh yeah, and the thing about this, Dan, is you could probably just plug this right to the phone too. So it's got the shoe mount. So if you had a mount like that for the phone, you could mount your phone to the top as well of this. You could do the same business. Because this is just a USB-C. This is just a battery. It's a battery pack. It's got the lights. The lights, can you see them? And tells you this has got 3 bars out of 4. But hopefully what this will do is turn this little battery into, show you this is what comes in the GoPros. And they suck. This is an aftermarket, because I had to buy 3 aftermarket ones, because when I was filming like the cars and stuff, the car shows, and a big car show, I would go through 2 or 3 of these batteries. Yeah, dude, thing just dies on you, and it goes from 100% all the way down. So with this, now we have additional battery, and you just plug it right in right there. Also, you have the doors that have the open plug for the USB-C, and then that can work right there. How you doing, Kevin? Welcome to the house. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. I'm just talking about the sad battery life of the GoPro, and how that's one of the downfalls on top of the overheating. And if you want to do 4K video, it'll eat up that battery, and it'll heat up pretty good too. But we're working into fall now, obviously going to be winter soon, and the hot days are over. That really helps with the overheating. When it's cool outside, should be able to run this thing almost indefinitely, and just it's a matter of the battery life. So, you know, on those free runs, we'll be able to free run for a lot longer with this, and we'll, you know, maybe won't miss that little detail, like the train in the sidewalk that was telling us how to get to the train station, things like that I missed, that I would have loved to have put in the Mebane video. But Kevin says he wishes he would film enough to run out of battery. Well, you know, when you're using a GoPro, Kevin, at least my experience, this is the Hero 11, and I'm going to unplug this now because I don't want to use my charge from this battery bank, just in case I have to use the camera, because this is my just grab and go film. And if you're filming 4K, the battery doesn't last very long. I mean, it could maybe 20 minutes, and it can go from 100% down to nothing. And I've gotten different types of batteries. I've tried different stuff. And so this is the option for that. For me, this is what I'm going to try next anyway. Hopefully it works. And, you know, I can just stay out there longer running stuff. And then if I have to clip it down, that's fine. But I like free running because it just gives us that natural, you know, I hadn't even walked down that street yet when we filmed that town. That's the first time I ever walked down that street. And we're doing it together, and we're you know, I'm filming it, but I do like the voiceovers. All right, let's see what everybody's talking about. Everybody's just saying hello. Shared on Reddit. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. We're just hanging out. I probably won't be here too long. Got to go make a Facebook Marketplace drop off, meet up, whatever. Hopefully it's not sketchy. I should do that live. I should just have them come here where I'm at. I'm not going to do that, though. Oh, somebody's trying to call me on my phone when I'm live streaming. Live streaming, guys. So, but yeah, we'll probably do the meetup. Oh, guys, so I have 9 people in here. I guess that's enough. Do you guys want to see what it is that I'm selling on Facebook Marketplace? It's going to be kind of hard for me to... It's big. So let me see if I can actually get this. I'm going to have to open the window there. Probably get some raindrops on the microphone. So this is an interesting item. And I picked this up at a thrift store, actually. And it just looked like something that nobody there was going to actually buy for any reason whatsoever. And you have to be a special individual. You have to dress a certain way on a regular basis to want one of these. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you guys. It's pretty big. So this is a, I have to kind of put it up here in the screen right here. Hi, Desert Living. Hope you're doing well. So this is a shoe polisher. So it's got these different sides here, the black and the red. I don't know if they're different texture. I guess one might be softer than the other one. But this, you plug into the wall, and then it's got a button on the end here. I'm knocking everything around. And you hit that button, and it just, these things spin. And it's for polishing shoes, right? You could put this in like an office, or you could put this somewhere. But you thought that's what that was? Yeah. Well, thank you for stopping in, Desert Living, while you're at work. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good first day of the week at work. I know you're missing your pups, so hopefully the work's going good and everything's going well for the day. Yeah, it's nice and rainy out here today, and so it's just I almost didn't know if I'm going to do the lives that, I'm keeping it consistent with the Monday live. I've got to try to do that. This is just an exercise in consistency, even if I don't have a lot of crazy stuff going on. But yeah, that's the crazy stuff that I have going on. And this is called First Class. I mean, that's the name of it, First Class. You can see. Oh, can you see? Okay, there we go. Maybe you can see that, but it's backwards. Anyway, this is getting sold today. Making a few dollars on that. If homie shows up, he probably will. He probably will. Dude, if you want, people that want these things, I'll just put that back there. Put that back there. People that want those things really want them, you know what I mean? And so this is obviously somebody that wears dress shoes probably on a regular basis, and they want something they can quickly polish their shoes, or they have an office setting, maybe their attorney or something like that. It's just nice to have in the office. If I worked in that environment personally, I wouldn't even sell that. I'd just keep it. I would use it. But I wear tennis shoes mostly, and then boots. So, because I'm active like that. That's just my life is a little different than that. I don't do the office thing, but just checking the, I've never seen anything like that before, you said, Sue. Well, yeah, me either until I found it. And, I have this curiosity. One of the reasons I like to buy and sell things, and also, searching, it's kind of the treasure hunt, but at the same time, I'm learning things too. So I didn't know what that was either until I looked at it. And I can't remember what they had on it, $5. And I was like, that looks like first of all, I was like, that looks like it's worth more than $5. Second of all, I was like, what is it? And so I had to look it up, and I went and plugged it in to see if it worked. The bearings on that thing are so smooth. You can almost not even hear it running. And when you turn it off, it stays spinning for a long, long time. So it's a very good quality, it's very good shape. But yeah, I learned about it, turns out it's an automatic shoe polisher. Desert Living, I take care of you. Okay, see you later. Take care. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I appreciate you stopping in and saying hello. That's awesome. That is awesome. You guys are great. So, yeah, even on the days like this where it's a rainy day, and it's probably a rainy day more than one way, with all the stuff we've got going on. Back to coding and formulating. So Desert Living's probably way smarter than me, and she does some crazy stuff for work. And yeah, it's above my head, above my pay grade. I don't know what the heck you do, but it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool gig she's got there. So she can't talk about it. So that's how cool it is. But anyway, appreciate you being here, and I thank you for stopping by. Somebody's honking their horn over there. Got a dump truck. A dump truck riding by. He's riding by. He's riding high, but hopefully he's not high, right? While he's riding. Anyway, but yeah, so I've got 2 big trash bags full of stuff that I got at the bin store. They used trash bags today because they were out of the traditional blue bags that you usually use. Didn't have any, so they loaded up trash bags, and I got 2 trash bags full today. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's gonna make a nice A nice haul. We're going to be busy listing items for a long time. Not a long time, probably 2 or 3 days to be done with all this, but yeah, selling for a while probably. So that's good. Got that. Got the battery for the camera. Let's see what else we got going on. So I'm looking for places to explore. I'm looking for some more places in North Carolina. If anybody knows of places that you want to see in North Carolina that you want to explore, or you want to see it, but you're 1,000 miles away and you can't do that, let me know. You can hit up my Instagram. I'm not sure if I put it in the did I put it in the description? That's the question. Yeah, my Instagram's in the description here. I actually did it today. So you can hit up my Instagram, you can hit up other things, and just let me know and just give me some ideas. And, we'll go from there. I'll go and explore these places. Like Kevin is up there near Niagara Falls, and so he has this awesome opportunity to show that to the world. And there's this really, really, it's obviously a very cool place, and a lot of us would love to go, but we don't get a chance to go on a regular basis. But I see him up there live streaming sometimes and showing that area and showing on what's going on over there, and that's pretty cool. Let's see, Sue, I will have to go. I have my third live in a couple of hours, and I have to feed the animals first. Okay, Sue, well, have fun. I don't know if you're still in here, but I do appreciate you stopping by. I'll try to get the live. I'll try to stop in later. I'll be driving and working. I have 3 phones though, so I can do a little some stuff. Sometimes I can stop by for a little bit when I'm parked, and when I'm not actively driving. Of course, that's how that goes. But I hope you have a good rest of your day. If I don't catch you later, I'll see you later, and I appreciate you stopping by. Always good to talk to Susan. And let's see what else we got going on. I missed some of the chat. I don't know. Desert Living says it's raining hard out there. I think that's out in California. She's not here anymore, but that's out in California, so that's interesting. Raining out there. Doesn't rain a lot in California, does it? So is it raining everywhere right now? Is the whole world raining? Oh, let's see. Yeah, but anyway, I've got I almost wasn't able to do the live today, guys. I bit my lip, or the corner of my mouth the other day. I bit it while I was eating. I was chewing, and then I did it again, and it doesn't feel so good to talk. Literally, I didn't do a lot of talking videos. I didn't do any videos on Real Thoughts or any of that stuff last week, because I was just like, you know what? This is just a sign. I'm just going to shut up for a while, and I'll I was like, I was listening to The Hobbit again, and when I was driving, I was just stayed away from a lot of news stuff, and I'm just staying away from it. I've just been sometimes I do that, watching old, like at night I'll put on old movies, old 80s movies or whatever when I'm either like doing eBay stuff or whatever, relaxing. And so I did that. I watched Predator the last couple nights, the original Predator with Arnold and Jesse Ventura and all those guys. You guys seen the Predator? You missed me saying I did go to the Glass Bridge on Sunday. The video won't be until December. It's crazy. I should not have done it. Ended up doing some rock climbing. Wow, dude. Well, I mean, at least you did it and you survived. I can't wait to see the video. That's crazy, man. Yeah, dude. Rock climbing. Now that's handy capable right there. When you go rock climbing, that's I hope you got that on. I hope you filmed some of that. Definitely got to do that. You got to film it and let us see what's going on with the rock climbing and the Glass Bridge. So the Glass Bridge I'm thinking about that I went to, there's 2. I can't for the life of me think of where the second one was. The first one was a place in California called Redding, I think. Now I'm going to look this up while we're here on the, yeah. I'm not wrong. It was so Redding, California, and it's called the Sundial Bridge. I couldn't remember the name of it, but if you look that up, I've been there. I didn't have a YouTube channel then, or I probably would have filmed it. But my wife and I actually went there before we were married. It's not like where we went, but we stopped in Redding and we went to this Sundial Glass Bridge. And it's pretty cool, man. It's a big bridge. It's very large. It has a huge sundial. It looks like a sailboat, like sail. And it's a huge bridge, and it goes over the water. It's like a river there or something. And it's glass, thick glass, but it's glass. It is glass. And so it's very interesting. Yeah, but it's real thick glass. And there was another one that I remember going on. I don't know if the whole bridge is glass, but like a section of it is, and I can't for the life of me remember where that was, man. And that sucks, because you would think I would remember something like that. But this was the old day. I mean, it was a long time ago, and I'm trying to think where it was. I feel like it was closer to where I'm at now, like here on the East Coast somewhere. But anyway, whatever. The Glass Bridge in Redding, definitely go check it out if you're in Cal. And you could do that, Dan, because it's I think it's handicap accessible. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think there's any stairs or anything like that to get to it. And even if there are, maybe you can get up it with the cane. But the bridge itself is not bad. I believe there is like a huge arboretum near that in Redding. I might be making stuff up now, though. I feel like there was a huge arboretum with a lot of flowers and everything, you know, all kinds of stuff. And then you would walk through that, and then you could get to the Glass Bridge, the Sundial Bridge. Yeah, but that's in Redding, California. And then, and the other one I cannot remember, guys. I just can't remember. But it's got to be around here. It's not far. I feel like it's like a 2 or 3 hour trip from here. In fact, that's what I need to write that down. And to find that glass bridge, and I need to do a video on that glass bridge. Collectorholic, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the house, man. Collectorholic is does a lot of good, collecting. He's got all the baseball cards and all the mostly baseball cards, basketball cards, stuff like that, and cars, like little, Hot Wheels and things like that. So awesome stuff over there. Welcome to the house, Karma. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. I'm just doing the Monday midday live, and I've got a rainy day on our hands here, and we don't have a lot going on. I was showing everybody my new attachment for the GoPro that I'm going to use to try to keep it going for longer when we're exploring. And we were talking about the glass bridges and stuff like that. And I can't wait to see Dan's glass bridge experience, because apparently Dan was rock climbing, which he's not supposed to do. But I really, you guys should check Dan's channel out if you haven't. Go over to, I know most of you probably know Dan, but Handicap Traveler. And the cool thing about it, what he does, he has a saying called, and like I said, those of you who know, you know, but if you don't, or you're watching this later, go check it out. He has a saying called handy-capable. That's what, if you have to use a cane or a walk, I think it's like a walker or what's that four-legged thing that you have to roll on? You'll let me know in the comments. But anyway, if you have to use these things, that makes you handy-capable rather than just handicapped. So, really cool, very inspiring for all of you out there who are, young and capable and not going out and exploring your world. You have no excuse, because there's people like Dan out there, and there's a lot of people that were in Dan's situation would not go out and explore. He does it, and he films it, he shares it on his channel, so go check that out and definitely support him. I think he's building up those watch hours right now, so I'm sure he'd be happy to have you over there. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Willsaker Farm, it's rained for the last few days, and it's finally somewhat sunny in southwest Idaho. Well, I'm glad it's sunny over there. Now we've got the rain, so here on the East Coast. So, but that's okay. I'm kind of weird. I like the rain. I like rainy days, and I like sunny days too. I think everybody kind of likes sunny days, right? But I like rainy days too. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's a different vibe. And I would like to do different things on a rainy day than I would on a sunny day, but I appreciate those rainy days. And it's just, I don't know, man. I like them. And I've gotten to where I like cold days now. I used to not like cold days when I was a kid. Growing up, I didn't, but now I do. And of course, I like the summertime too. So I kind of like all weather. Obviously, there's things that happen in the weather, and I call it because of the weather. That's a big inconvenience. The power goes out, things like that. But I like rainy days. So it just gives you a different vibe, and it lets you kind of, I don't know. I think each one of them is required to have you appreciate the other one. So when you have these rainy days, it's kind of like stay in, stay dry. But I go out and about. I get wet all the time because I'm delivering food. I'll be delivering food later in the rain if it's still raining, and I will get soaked. And it is what it is, right? But it makes you appreciate the sunny days too. And then I like all of it, man. I actually like all of it. Every bit of life as far as weather and all that stuff. Desert Living's not in here anymore, but I was speaking with her about it because I've gone all kinds of places. The one place I haven't really been a lot is the desert. I'd love to do that. The only thing I don't look forward to with the desert is the snakes, like rattlesnakes and stuff. On her channel, she tells a story about a rattlesnake biting a dog or whatever, hurt one of her dogs, and the dog is okay now. But yeah, snakes I'm not a fan of, but here's the thing, we got tons of snakes here too, so it's really not an excuse. Because where I live, we have copperheads, we have a lot of black snakes, which I'm okay with the black snakes. I've gotten okay with them over the years. When I was, when you're a little kid, you don't know any better, and it's just like, it's a snake. But, over the years, I've become friendly with black snakes, for the most part. I don't want to be like, hold them and hang, like, stuff like that, but if he's over there, I'm over here, we're cool. But they are all over the place, really. So I shouldn't really worry about that too much. Because a lot of North Carolina is like a jungle, man. Like, we have quite a bit of biodiversity here. Let's see, everybody's saying hello again. We don't get precipitation from May to September, or through September. So we welcome the moisture. Okay. I liked when we would have a snow day when I was a kid. You found one in the trailer? The one in the trailer. So I haven't found the snake yet in the trailer. I don't know if he got out or not. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen him. And there was a snake near the trailer the other day, but it's a different one because it's nowhere near as big as that snake skin was. So, like I said, a lot of snakes out in the area out here, especially black snakes, they're all over the place. I've seen a black snake one time, just kind of freaked me out. Climb a pine tree. I didn't know they could do this. But he just climbed up the side of a pine tree. He got way up there, man. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, dude, how did he get down? I never saw what happened when he got down, but I just can't help but think about it after the fact of just maybe walking under some trees and this black snake just falling down on you. And that would freak me out, guys. It would freak me out a little bit, especially at first. But yeah, I mean, is that how he got down? Did he fall down? I don't know, but they can climb. They can climb like you wouldn't believe. The black snakes out here. Come to Southwest Idaho. It's a high desert. Snakes stay away from urban areas. And rattlers are only bad snakes, and I'm aware of. Okay. And at least they rattle, don't they? You would kind of know, maybe if it's too late, if you're walking fast. But I would think that if you walked up on a rattler, you at least get a warning, right? Because they have that rattle. And I don't know I wouldn't resort to it immediately, but I'd probably carry something, you know what I mean, that could dispatch the snake if I had to. I'm not, saying that I would just do that just for the fun of it or anything, but if it was between me and my way out, for example, probably just put something on my side, right, that has the capability of dealing with that situation. I understand that, a lot of people are weird about that. They're like, oh yeah, don't hurt the snakes and stuff. And it's like, well, if it's in between me and my way out, and I have no other way to go, I mean, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? or if it's like really mad at me and it's really close. But most of the part I would just avoid them. And like you said, if you get a warning from the rattle, then yeah, just don't go that way. So yeah, I just like the idea of the desert. Maybe going out there and having like something that's 4-wheel drive and just exploring the desert. That'd be cool, man. If I lived out there, we'd probably make videos exploring the desert all the time. And I want to find some of those. There's like, I don't know. I feel like there's probably ancient civilizations out there too, to be discovered. Well, not discovered. We know about some of them, but yeah, just like some do some kind of semi-archaeological exploration, right? I feel like I was doing that like with the mall. I feel like I'm doing that like a little bit. I kind of want to be an archaeologist when I was growing up, and I feel like sometimes I'm doing that a little bit. Like, and it's weird. It's not like a far ancient archaeologist, but it's like we're looking through the mall and we're trying to find those anchor stores, right? I don't have exact roadmap on all of that. Some of it I'm able to find, and then we're looking at it in real life. Or some people I know, they look. I don't do this, but maybe one day I will. They look for graves, right? Because there's this find a grave thing, and so part of the gig. Well, it's not really a job, but it's like a thing you would do for just to be interested in it. It's like finding graves that people are looking for, grave sites, and you go and you find those. Like I said, once again, this is probably only going back maybe 100 years or less. Maybe a little bit more, even in some cases. Sometimes grave sites are on people's property, or it's on some construction site or whatever. Need to watch out for scorpions in the desert. Yeah, that's another thing, isn't it? Scorpions. You guys are trying to convince me not to go to the desert. No, I want to do it. I want to go explore. And there's different parts of the country too, the desert and whatnot, that I want to explore. It's amazing. Even, I'd love to go abroad too. I'd love to go to other countries, but people say that and it's like, well, dude, I haven't even explored the entirety of the United States yet, right? There's so much that I want to check out and I haven't even checked it out yet here. So why would I go abroad? Like, just, you know what I mean? I'm just thinking that way, you know what I mean? There's so much. And we had, like I said, I feel like we did have some semi-ancient civilizations here. And then some of the stuff in the desert is like really preserved. There's a guy that I can't remember his name, but he goes and explores certain parts of the desert. I know there's different parts of the desert in the country, but I can't remember where he's at. But he finds all this pottery and all this like artwork, and all these little structures and stuff out in the desert. Who knows how old they are? It could be like 400 or 500 years old or whatever. But that would be fun. That would be really fun. And I'm good like that. Like, I'm good at like leaving things the way I found them. I'm not gonna raid the historical site or anything like that. I just want to see it and maybe catalog it and put it into, I'm not very organized, but just kind of put it into my knowledge bank where when I'm reading about something, it might click, and I'd be like, okay, that's what this is. I think that's what that was or whatever. And, if I had unlimited time and unlimited funds, we'd just be going across the country doing that in different places. I mean, even here we have, so there's a couple hiking places around here where we have stone mounds. And I believe that these are burial mounds. I believe they're burial mounds, for people who lived here, a long time ago. And I don't know exactly which ones, and stuff, but I've done a small amount of research, not a ton, but just through hiking or whatever. And I'll go maybe off the beaten path a little bit and find these little mounds. And, and they really look like something called Cairns or Charns. That's what they're called. Let me look this up real quick, make sure I'm not making a fool of myself. Here we go. I don't know how you say it because I've only ever read it. Cairns. I don't know, Charns. Cairn, Cairn, but it says it's a pile of stones used as a memorial or grave marker for human remains. So it's kind of but anyway, so there's a lot of piles of stones here. Now, some of the piles of stones are probably where they cleared paths out and they moved the stones and they piled them up. That happens a lot when you're doing construction or whatever, or they're building, like laying a foundation for a house. But some of the stuff is also just in the middle of nowhere, and there's no houses like we're talking about on the hillside. A lot of times they're on hillsides overlooking way overlooking creeks and or rivers, depending on, and I mean, I've seen this in multiple different locations. You should research the history of southern Idaho, craters of the moon, Hagerman Valley, Hagerman Horse, Melba Hieroglyph, Silver City, Idaho City, Hells Canyon. I could go on. Interesting. Yeah, all that's interesting, you know. And like I said, I like to start here where I'm at. Of course, in North Carolina, there's a lot of history as well. These mountains are super old. These mountains that are, I don't live very near the mountains, but I'm not far. But that mountain range is super old. And then, you know, from the mountain range to the sea, still a lot of history there as well. Obviously, going back, you know, to the, say, 1700s, a lot of history, of course, with people from Europe coming in. But before that, prior to that, there was a lot going on here as well. And so, like I said, that we have the burial mounds. There actually are other places here that are, you know, that were known to be like either city center, kind of like commerce center areas, long time ago, belonging to different cultures. But yeah, I mean, I just find it fascinating. Hopefully, as I find time on YouTube or whatever, I'll be able to go, you know, share it with you guys. But sometimes I'm looking at these places, you know, it's not on YouTube, and I might go if I see something and I kind of drive past a place and it looks interesting. I might just go and check it out. But yeah, that stuff sounds really interesting. Hagerman Valley, Hells Canyon sounds crazy. Melba Hieroglyphs. I'm going to look that up right now. This is a cool thing about live streaming. You can have these interactions. I can just look this stuff up. Melba Hieroglyphs. This is an AI overview, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. These things are wrong a lot of times. This is what it says, though. Ancient Native American petroglyphs can be found near the town of Melba in southern Idaho, particularly at Celebration Park. While ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs are a different type of writing, the term hieroglyphics is often used informally to describe these ancient rock carvings. Okay, whatever, that didn't tell me anything. Range from 100 to 10,000 years old. Don't you love that? So when you're looking up things, I found this, dude, to be the case. It's funny because, and this is in the AI overview, but like this is just what they're saying, right? The age of these things, between 100 and 10,000 years old. And then they say many of them between 10 and 12,000 years old. My question is, how do you know? And also, that's a huge gap, right, between 100 and 10,000 years old. Craters of the Moon. Okay, I think I've seen a video about that Craters of the Moon place. I'm going to look that up next. Yeah, so we'll look up those petroglyphs. I'll do that on my own time. I'm opening up new tabs over here. And I get a lot of research from you guys, like stuff to look into that's kind of cool from you guys, which is awesome. This is why I love doing these live streams. It might not be very fun to watch after the fact, but we have a lot of fun while we're doing it. Yeah, sometimes the AI overviews are okay. Like they generally hit the mark. Especially if all it's got to do is just parrot what it. Here's the thing: it's like weird because it doesn't always cite the sources. You know, when I was in high school, we wrote a research paper. We had to cite the sources. I don't see AI doing that a lot of times. It's just pulling from all the information. Craters of the Moon. Now, do you believe in the moon, that the moon landing happened, Karma? I believe Dan does. I did like not really a poll, but I just kind of asked, you guys are really good. I just ask, but I asked one time and it was like 50-50. Some people believe the moon landings didn't happen and some people believe they did. And then some people believe that they might have, but it wasn't the way that we were shown that they happened. You know what I mean? And so it's interesting because there's like no consensus anymore on the moon landings whatsoever, as far as whether they were real or happened or didn't happen, or whether they happened and they are what they said they were. It's just interesting to me. And I'm not even interjecting my thoughts on it right now, but I'm just, I ask people before I like to say what I believe or whatever, and because I don't know I just like to ask people, and it's just really interesting. We don't even have a true consensus on that. Most people, a lot of people, don't seem to believe. I used to, but anymore I am doubting the legitimacy of it. Yeah, I'm with you on that, because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of interesting things that just don't seem to add up, right? Like, one thing is like, why haven't we gone back? Sorry guys, I have to drink some water because for whatever reason I'm just not doing well with the talking all day today. But it just seems to me like, why haven't we gone back? And that's the thing that's questionable too. So if we did go, but we're saying we didn't go back yet, I would almost think that's a lot. Like, why wouldn't we go back, Maybe we did and they're not telling us. Been there, done that. Yeah. It's just interesting. It's interesting stuff to think about. But this is also the stuff that you think about that you can't think about for too long, because like, what are you gonna do? Like, there's not much you could do about it, right? Like, what if we did go? What if we didn't go? What if we did go and they're not telling us everything? Like, what are you gonna do about it? There's nothing we can do about it. But why it's interesting is because they have entire places called Crater, and that's what I was looking up. Craters of the Moon. This is what sparked the conversation, obviously, which I had seen a video on this before, and it's like, okay, did they film it here? Like, is this what the moon landing was, actual? Or, you know what I mean? They train here. Is this the actual moon landing site? I don't know. It just makes you think, right? Even the astronauts that supposedly went have now passed and said things in interviews that breed doubt. Yeah, they've said some interesting things, right? And there's also some interesting recordings and like that were official recordings. There's a lot of videos, cool videos about it on YouTube. Okay, about the craters of the moon, or just about what we're talking about in general? Because it just seems like to me, I'm looking at this place and it's like, this could have been the moon landing site, guys. Like, I'm looking at the pictures right now. I'll see if I can share images. Try and find some images of this place. I mean, if you look at this, I don't know if it's going to come through. We'll see. Let's see. This is, I don't know if you can see this, but like, if you just look at that, like, oh man, it's going to reflect. See, how can I get it not to reflect? See that? Guys, that could have been the moon landing. Maybe this is the landing site. People are warned to be extremely careful hiking because it's so dangerous. Interesting. Well, it looks like you could fall. But, there's a lot of different aspects to this thing. So there's this like, this is not going to look too good, but that right there, probably the rim of it, of the crater. But yeah, I mean, guys, this kind of looks like could be the moon landing. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I've looked into stuff like that sometimes, and I looked into it enough to where I'm like, dude, I don't know. I can't give exacts. I can't say if I believe or not, right? It just seems sketchy. Have you ever seen that lunar lander? You know, they make models of it to go in science museums and stuff like that, and it just seems to me that I don't know if that could do the job. I just don't know if that could do the job. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I'm sorry, checking the chat. Getting paranoid now. They're watching me now. No, I'm just playing. I think this is something, like I said, that the general consensus is we don't know. And that's kind of interesting. But yeah, they've dedicated this entire site to this, you know, the fact that they practice the moon landing here, or practice walking on the moon here. And it's like, why would you do it in such a place that looks so much like the moon? There are lava tubes that people get stuck into or fall into or injured. Interesting. Yeah, I want to go out there bad, dude. Just because it looks cool, man. I want to get a feel for it. And just on the odd chance this is actually where the moon landing happened, I would be like right there where the history was made. You know what I'm saying? And to think we thought we would never be able to do that. The Y files. I think I've seen that. Is that the guy that's got the fish? He's got like a goldfish or something. So there's been some things that he's looked like had on his show that I thought well, that's kind of questionable or weird. But then there's other things that are interesting. The truth is, I've looked into a lot of that stuff in about as much depth as he shows on that show, and sometimes more. But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting introductory to a lot of these concepts, right? The fish. He's got the fish. He's got the fish that talks like this. It's got a different voice for the fish. I don't know who does the fish's voice, but there were 2 ladies in recent years that died out there because they got off the trail and got lost and injured. Man, that's terrible. That's terrible. But it looks like it looks like a place I'd get off the trail too. It's hard to stay on. You know, you want to go explore, but yeah, lava tunnels, and you know, how far and how deep do they go? And that's a question, man. That's something you really got to ask yourself before you get out there, and you got to take care. You know, you should just do what they say. Probably if they just say stay on the beaten path, you know, just stay on the beaten path. I think they would probably be still, you know, pretty useful. Still be able to see some cool sights. I'm looking at it, man, and it really looks like there are some cool sights out here. But yeah, I'm trying to find another picture that kind of really depicts what I was saying. Just looking at it. Okay, I'm getting all these notifications on my phone. I turned the volume down. I didn't turn the volume down like I usually do, so it keeps getting me. Let's see here. Craters of the moon. It does just look like the moon, though, and it just seems to me I just keep coming back to this one, this image here. I want to see the. Hold on, I want to see it in full. Take care, Collectorholic. Hope you're doing. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and we'll catch you later. I appreciate you being here and hanging out in the live stream. Thank you, sir. Immerse yourself in the mystical lunar landscape at Craters of the Moon. Okay. And there's the pictures in here. I want a full, well, whatever. It's not happening. I really just, okay. we're just gonna zoom in on this. See, here's another one, dude. There's that other spot. So put my hand behind it. You can see it. That just looks like the moon, dude. It looks like what we were showing on the moon landing thing. And I'm not saying one way or another, guys. I'm not a moon landing denier. I'm also not a moon landing defender. And I'm not usually a fence sitter. Like, you guys know that about me. But I don't have the proof of any of it. And so when you don't have the proof, you can't say definitively. I can't really say definitively that we have been or not. But I just can't say that we've been. Can't say that we haven't. You know what I'm saying? It's like I just don't have enough proof, really. Like, it just We have a Shoshone ice caves also, which is cool literally and figuratively. Literally, yeah, I bet they are cool literally. Um, so here we have, so not far from, a couple hours away from me, we have these caverns, and some of them you can walk in, and some of them you have to take like a boat, and it's water, and they have like lights under the water so you can kind of see what's going on there, but um, it's really wild. See if I can find a picture of that. Let's see. Try to remember. Bottom. Okay, then there's. So I've been on the boat. I can't remember where that was. Then there's the place where you can walk over what's called the bottomless water pit or whatever. And they have this thing. I remember doing this as a kid. Hold on. I'm gonna show you a picture. When I get OBS Studio up and running and I'm over there, I can do all this stuff like for real. But for now, we're just gonna have to. But this is like, you can walk on this grate. You walk on that, and underneath that is just water, and it's supposedly like bottomless. And so you walk through this. They actually have you like touch the walls because it helps otherwise the wall would grow in on itself. And so they have everybody, they're like, this is the one place where you can touch, we want you to touch the walls because we want to stunt this growth. But isn't that cool though? You're just like walking over top of that. Now, I mean, you wouldn't want to drop your cell phone. You wouldn't want to drop your cell phone down there. That's for sure. Because you're not getting it. If you drop your phone down there, or your lucky quarter or whatever it is that you have in your pocket knife or whatever, you drop anything down there, I think it's done. I think it's done ski. But then the caverns are crazy because they look like this. Hold on. They look like this. That's like I know you guys can't see it. Terrible quality live stream here, but look at that. And then at the top, it kind of has this kind of has these things. Stalactites. So Linville Caverns is a pretty cool spot. I'm gonna see if I can find the one boat. Some of the stuff I've been to as an adult. One of them that I had mentioned was when I was not an adult. So that's the one I'm trying to remember. Oh, I think it's called Lost Sea Adventure. Is this it? Knoxville? Yeah, maybe it's called the Lost Sea, guys. And it's like a boat ride, I think. Yeah. Pretty sure this is it. Monroe County, Tennessee. All right. Okay. So, maybe YouTube won't get me for this, but all right. It's like, oh man, you guys can't see it really because it's too bright, but you see in there, it's all that underwater. Anyway, I don't want to show too much. Anyway, but you get what I'm saying. It's really cool. You get under there, and you're on this boat. You're into this, cave or whatever, and you can't get in there without a boat. In Hagman, you can see prehistoric fossils in the Hagman horse, which is a prehistoric horse. Wow. It's part of the Thousand Springs Scenic Byway. Oh, and hike the Oregon Trail. They have Penns Cave in Pennsylvania, which you need to take a boat. It's always about 45 degrees. Yeah, and I think that's how we got started on this, talking about the caves and everything being cool, because I had the memory of these two places, that place there, underwater on the boat, and then walking across that grate at Linville Caverns. How you doing? Kendra? I hope you're doing well. You've been listening. Enjoyed the fish voice. Yeah, I think I was pretty close, right? And I have an injury like right now in my mouth, so it's kind of hard to talk, but nothing crazy or anything. I just bit the side of my mouth a couple days ago. Then I bit it again, so it hurts and it feels so good. How you doing, Belt Loop? How are you doing? Welcome to the house. What's up, chat? He's saying. Everyone about to cut my boy's hair, so can't chat, but still here. Okay, cool. Awesome. I don't know how long I'm going to go because I'm supposed to, in about 10 minutes, actually about 15 minutes, I got to meet a guy to sell this shoe polisher. This automatic shoe polisher that I have. But I'll stay as long as I can. Doing well. Thank you for the warm greeting. Yep. No problem. Always great to see people in the house here. And yeah, so I want to go to some of those other places that you guys are mentioning. If you're ever in North Carolina, actually Tennessee is where these are. You should check these places out. I mean, the Lost Sea Adventure Tour is definitely it's not really magical, but it looks really cool because they got the lights up under the water like they do in Linville. But instead of walking over it, you can take the boat. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, man. And, sometimes you're connecting these memories from when you were a child and like, I don't have all the details sometimes, but Linville, I've been to like recently, like in my, when I was an adult or whatever. If you're near Gatlinburg, go to Cades Cove. I've been to Cades Cove Belt Loop, and my wife and I have been to Cades Cove, I think a couple times. We've driven through. Yeah, we drove through. It is an awesome thing to do. You get to see, we went to like the old church, and we went to, there's a lot of different, obviously if you've been there, a lot of things to see at Cades Cove. It's a really cool spot. Yeah, absolutely. Very nice spot. There's cool cabins and stuff. And the cool thing is that you can stop and you can go and you can walk off and you can hang out a little bit. Don't necessarily know if I would want to take a bicycle through there, but I see people doing that all the time. If you're into that, we'd rather just take the car. But yeah, I mean, to imagine at Cades Cove, and guys, look this up, Cades Cove, if you're listening, because it is a cool spot. Imagine being like living there before it was, like a park, like living out there, because they lived out there. People lived out there, and what an amazing place. What an amazing place to live. Yeah, we go to Gatlinburg quite frequently. My wife and I were married in Tennessee, and we go to Gatlinburg a good amount of times, and Pigeon Forge as well, and of course the surrounding areas we like to go to. Seaverville, all that stuff. It's a cool area up there, and we spent a lot of time up there. Haven't been in a while, but my wife has a sister in Corryton, Tennessee, not far from there. Okay, yep. Some interesting covered bridges out that way, and just some, next time I'm there, I'll probably, I'll probably take this, and maybe I'll share some of it. Some of it, there's certain experiences in life that I don't put on YouTube. And of course, there's a lot of experience I had before I had a YouTube channel, but sometimes it's good to share it. And maybe I will share some of this stuff with you guys. You were married in Tennessee, but you're not in NC. No, I mean, we were married. Like, Tennessee's where we were married. We're married here too, legally. We're legally husband and wife. We used to go a couple times a year. My wife has been not that long ago, but I haven't been since 2020. Okay. I know it's a joke, Karma. I got you. Oh, we're married everywhere we go for the most part. Um, let's see. Yeah, 2020. So Gatlinburg has gotten really busy lately, like within the last 10 years, 15 years, it's just so busy all the time. I mean, every time we go to actual Gatlinburg, it's like hard to find parking. It's really weird because I remember as when I was growing up, and it just wasn't that way. It was really I think I liked that version better, but it is what it is. A lot of people enjoying it up there, and I guess it's an industry, and so people are making money, making a living off of it, and that's good. I just heard that in Mississippi, they passed a law that even when a husband and wife are divorced, they're still considered what? They're still considered brother and sister. I don't know about that, man. West Virginia too. What? Are you kidding me? Is this a thing? That can't be a thing. You guys are messing with me, dude. You guys are messing with me. It's not a thing. I know it's not a thing. You're making Mississippi jokes because you're in Mississippi. Is that a Mississippi joke? I think it would work with West Virginia as well. Kind of like Dan said there. It would definitely work with West Virginia. Now, to be honest, there are some weird laws out there, so you never know. You never know. There's some weird stuff out there, guys, especially probably in places like Mississippi, West Virginia, where else? Maybe Alabama, North Carolina. There's some weird stuff out here, too. Works with any flyover state. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. But, the flyover states, they're underrated. I like all those places, dude. Even West Virginia's got some beautiful areas. I'm sure Mississippi does too. I haven't been to Mississippi. I'm trying to think, dude. I haven't been to a lot of these states, man. See, I've got to explore more. Why would I go to another country when I haven't explored all these states? No doubt, you won't catch me in New York. Oh, I'll agree with you there. I'm not going to New York right now. I would go, it's not all New York City, so of course, so there's some places in New York I would love to see. I'm going to stay as far away from that city as possible as far as the New York itself. But yeah, obviously the laws there and stuff, get in trouble for stuff there that's legal here. I was telling, I think it was Hodgeways the other day, because he's in the UK. I was like, dude, I do things here for fun that's illegal in your country. I mean, it's fine here. It's normal here. You guys aren't allowed to do that because you have a different situation over there politically and all this. Not to get too political, but I like freedom. You guys know that about me. There's a town in Idaho that's against the law to spit in front of women and children. Interesting. The largest 8-sided home is in Natchez. It's once had more millionaires than New York. I wonder when that was. Wonder when that flip happened. 8-sided home. Okay. I'm gonna look that up. So there's a Bowie knife called the Natchez Bowie. Does that come from that area? I just thought about that. And it kind of makes sense that it would. Do you know anything about that? It's like a big old Bowie knife cut. Like the profile and everything is huge. It's got the big wide blade, and usually it has, I think, like a round handle. I could be wrong about that, but I just thought about that when you said it. 8-sided. I gotta check Facebook in a minute, see if this guy's coming. Okay. Yep, it's called Longwood, that house that you're talking about. The Longwood Mansion. Historic antebellum mansion located in Natchez, Mississippi. built with an octagonal design. Trending at the time. Okay, so apparently they made other houses that were octagonal. You've done a few videos. Okay, I'll go check those out. Belt Loop, I'll check those out. That's what I'm trying to do more of in my area. We have a lot of stuff like that, you know, here that's interesting. And yeah, and so, you know, since I can't get out to Mississippi, I would definitely check out those videos. Yeah, man, that's a crazy looking place. That's a crazy looking mansion. Almost doesn't look like a mansion. It looks like a government building or something would today, you know, something like that. But dang, that's wild. Okay. Interesting. So this was being built. It was designed just before the Civil War, and they actually started building it. And I guess the work stopped in 1861. The guy whose house it was died of pneumonia in 1864. Interesting. Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff they were designing and building prior to the Civil War. And of course, obviously this stuff would have been slowed back down and really kind of like tampered down on during and then after the Civil War, because a lot of things changed. But yeah, that's really interesting. So they were very opulent at the time. So that would have been the place of luxury, like in a lot of ways, and to a lot of different people. Of course, now a lot of people would say it wasn't very much a place of luxury to them. But yeah, thriving economy, I guess, back then in the South. And it makes sense because you can grow things here. Agriculture is so very important. Mississippi has that river, doesn't it? Doesn't it have a big river that goes through it? Windsor Ruins. Yep, the Mississippi River. Duh. Yeah. I'm a little slow on the uptake sometimes, guys. But, you know, it's all in here. I just have to... maybe it's not the uptake that I'm slow in. It's the other way around. But I got the information up here. I just, I got to get it out. But, yeah, Mississippi River. So that would have been like a huge trading situation. So they probably had a ton of money, man. That buku money down there, as they say. Let's see here. That is a police officer talking about donuts. Wait, hold on. I just missed it. Also, check out the Windsor Ruins. Don't forget to check out the donut shops. Are you a police officer, Belt Loop? You have to let me know if you are, because otherwise it's entrapment. I'm just playing. That's not even true, is it? Let's see. You were back in the day? That's great. That's awesome, dude. It's a reference to me being a police officer. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. That's fantastic, dude. I love that. So Windsor Ruins. So I have a lot of tabs open on the second phone. By the way, guys, when you guys tell me stuff like this, I search it up and I leave the tab, and later I go back and I actually look at it. If we don't look at it here, Windsor Ruins. Oh wow! Now this is something else, dude. You're not kidding. You got all the good stuff. Windsor Ruins. That's crazy. So it looks like it was gonna be some kind of opulent house. And they got all those columns, man. That's wild. Talking about oh, you're at work now. You're still a police officer. You're a police officer now at work. Okay. Nice. Is this what police officers do at work? Hang out in the live stream? I'm just playing, dude. Oh man, that's great, dude. I love it. So not you. You're a lieutenant. Okay. Cool, dude. That's awesome. I'm gonna check out your videos. I know I've seen you around and stuff. I've never checked out like some of these historical sites and stuff. It's really cool. I didn't know you went to those things. Sometimes when things are slow is better than busy. Absolutely. I agree with you there. Yeah. You got nothing going on means nothing bad going on. Let's see, the Windsor Ruins looks crazy. And guys, for reference, this is what we're looking at. It's all good. I'm subscribed to you. Don't. Okay, yeah. No. Look. I'm the same. But like, dude, when you're telling me this stuff, we have obviously like-minded interests, of course. Dan's with traveling. He loves exploring, and obviously you love exploring, and I love exploring too. So that's awesome, man. Yeah, and I'm gonna check out those videos. So do you have a video of the ruins that I just showed, the Windsor ruins? I'd love to see that. That's somewhere I'd love to go. I went somewhere pretty interesting, guys, that doesn't exist anymore. Oh yeah, huge fan of Dan, man. Dan's awesome. And okay, all right, cool, Belt Loop. That's what's up. Hi, Kristen. How you doing? Welcome to the house. So I went to an interesting place, actually closer to Kristen than you guys. So I went to a place, and Kristen, let me know if you've ever been there. It doesn't exist anymore, called the Georgia Guidestones. Now, this was before I had, this is an interesting place. Before I had a YouTube channel, obviously this was long time ago, I was like on a crazy adventure with all of my people or whatever. And we were going down to Florida to go see some family of mine. And I was like, dude, we got to go stop at this place. It's in, I think, Elbert County, Georgia. And it was the Georgia Guidestones. And dude, it's wild. Have you seen that? Have you guys seen the Georgia Guidestones? This will send you down a rabbit hole. I'm gonna look this up. I'll show you guys the picture, and then I gotta check my Facebook, see if this guy's over here. I may just tell him to come over here, and we'll do this on the live stream. I'm gonna try to find a picture for you guys. Now this place doesn't exist anymore because I think somebody blew it up. I could be wrong about that, but I know when I went, man, it was interesting. It was kind of weird. It was in the middle of a field out in the middle of nowhere. You had to drive, like down a long driveway to get to it. And then behind it was just a field. Around it's just a field. It's the middle of nowhere. And it's in like Elbert County, Georgia, or Elbert, Georgia or something. And there's really nothing out there. But this is what they look like. Or what they looked like. And on each of these stones is inscribed these I don't know, like commandments. Not really commandments. What would they call them? 10 precepts, I think they called it. Elberton, Georgia. Thank you, Kristen. You know more about this than I do. This is down in your area. Wasn't there some kind of controversy? Well, this is the thing. So they have the 10 rules. I'll go ahead and do this right now. We'll read the 10 rules, right? I'll probably do a video on this on the other channel. But the 10 rules, and this is why there was controversy, Karma. You'll realize it pretty quickly. Number 1, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. To put that in perspective, I think we have like between 350 and 400 million people in the United States. So, guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. That's number 2. Number 3, unite humanity with a living new language. Number 4, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Number 5, protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Maybe like a world court? Anyway. Number 6, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Okay, I forgot about that, but that's number 6 is actually just coming out with it. They want a world court. Number 7, avoid petty laws and useless officials. Belt Loop, a lot of people would want to say that that's you, right? I mean, like right now, there's a lot of people that say that, right? I mean, no, and I don't agree with them, but what they're saying, with the police and all this stuff, right? Like, to get rid of them and to get rid of all the police and everything. A lot of people say that, and they don't want to live in a world like that. You know, they haven't really thought this out, obviously, but it's kind of funny because this sounds kind of like that. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. That's number 7. Number 8, balance personal rights with social duties. Number 9, prize truth, beauty, and love, seeking harmony with the infinite. It's very new agey. Anyway, number 10, be not a cancer on this earth. Leave room for nature. So you can kind of see where there's like some agendas going on there, maybe. And the guy that had it administered, his name was like the name under which it was made or whatever was called R.C. Christian. So there's some obviously speculation there. Sounds like Rosicrucian Christian or something like that. So yeah, there's like a whole, I should probably do a video on this. But yeah, we were there, we went there. And so the crazy thing is, so each one of these, how many languages is it? You guys are probably saying in the comments, and I just don't, I'm not, because I'm looking over here, but it's in, how many different languages is it? Okay. It's in English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, traditional Chinese, and Russian. All of those languages. And so you see, I don't want to watch that. I just want to look at the picture. Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. Trying to get the picture up. So you see that. Different languages on each one of those stones. And also it has some kind of astrological alignment as well that's very interesting. And some people thought that there was maybe some, rituals going on there. And it's possible, totally possible, because there's like holes in this that like, that are in certain spots and in the stone. And you could see it when you go there. Well, you can't see it now, but it seemed very interesting to me. It seemed odd to me, for sure. I'm going to catch up to the chat. Wasn't there some kind of okay, yeah, sorry. So much mystery surrounding those things. I'm not a fan of the world government, but that's just me. Belt Lip, I'm right there with you. I'm not a fan of the world government either. But I think that's what's being pushed a lot of times. Even when they're causing a lot of problems here in the United States, you know, on my other channel, I had that video about, I said Antifa, the useless idiots to bring about a totalitarian state, right? Whatever. It's just this push, this allowing people to push like that so that you get a pushback, a reaction. And also maybe you get some destabilization. And there's a lot of things that could come from that. Either a really, really strong government, like too strong, that is built like to respond to that, or you get maybe like the world government thing where maybe the UN comes in and they say, looks like America is not handling its internal affairs very well. We're going to have to step in and make sure that these people are safe or whatever. And then you have your world government. Maybe, this is just all theories on stuff like that. And I don't think Antifa specifically would be able to do this all by themselves or whatever. I was just kind of saying they trend towards that type of thing. You know what I mean? The anti-police, they're anarchist or whatever, right? So they're going to try to push that, and then there will be the pushback, and then the pushback ends up being the kind of the problem because you have like too heavy-handed of a pushback, or like calling them domestic terrorists, when really, I think really you could just wrap them up. Like when they do things bad, when they do, when they commit a crime, or when they go and, do some vandalization or whatever, they could, you could just deal with it there and not have to call them terrorists, right? So you don't have American like terrorists. But it's gotten that far. Sorry, having to take care of duties here. Oh, no worries, man. You do what you got to do. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, Dan said something. Somebody said something. And Gary is Belt Lip. Okay. Yeah. Nice formally meeting you, Gary. Be safe out there. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And yeah, I'll definitely catch you later on, and we'll I'll be looking at some of that stuff too that you were talking about. Guys, I gotta check the Facebook real quick. Let me do that real quick because I got this guy coming. I am Gary and YouTube Police and several other monikers. Oh, okay. YouTube Police. I like that one. I'll check it out. I'll check. I'm gonna check your stuff out anyway. See y'all on the YouTube streets. Okay, man. Take care. I'm just checking Facebook real quick to see if this individual is close by. It looks like they have messaged me. Maybe. So. Okay. Can you drive on live stream? Hold on a second. I'm gonna try to do this deal right now, guys. Fuzzy Adventures and More. Is that DJ? How you doing, guys? Do you have a thing to hold your phone? I do have a thing to hold my phone. YouTube Police. How you doing? All right, there you are. That's Gary. And that is DJ. Okay, cool. I want to see if they come over here. Oh. Hello. Hold on. Doing a deal here, guys. I'm gonna do a deal. Gary, don't look. No, I'm just playing. Not that kind of deal. I think this is the individual, though. Hold on. Okay, if we can drive, I'm just gonna do that real quick. Okay, you've done driving. Okay, we're just gonna do that real quick. We're gonna go over here to. All right. Yeah, hopefully YouTube won't penalize me here. There's gonna be a fan noise because I've got a little bit of moisture there. All right, we're gonna go drive over here real quick. I'm gonna go do a deal. Should probably put the seatbelt on now. Sorry about the audio there. Seatbelt. All right. You won't tell anyone? That's good. I appreciate you not telling anybody. Don't tell them. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just do this real quick. We're gonna find this guy. We're gonna find homie. And he's probably mad at me, man, because it's been about 5 minutes or whatever he's been sitting over there. I didn't realize it. I didn't get the notification on Facebook. All right. Toyota pickup truck. Alrighty. Hey, we got 13 likes. That's what's up. Toyota pickup truck. That's what we're looking for, man. This keeps me safe too, because I got you guys with me, right? Okay, where are you at, man? Toyota pickup truck. I'm in the wrong place. Dude, it's weird. Why wouldn't you just park out in the middle of nowhere? Oh, okay. Okay. No, that's not a Toyota pickup truck. All right, let me park real quick and make sure he's in the right place. Food line, right? Okay, white Toyota pickup truck. All right, we're still on search. You guys can talk to each other in the chat if you want. Huh. I don't see you, man. Playing games with me. This is the Facebook Marketplace problem. Okay. Not driving around anymore until we find him. I'm here, but where are you at? It's like a kind of a sick game sometimes. Okay. See what's going on, guys. Click it or tick. Yeah, no, I did. I'm good. I put on my seatbelt. Let's see here. Just got to find where homie is. He said white pickup truck, right? Toyota pickup truck. So if you're ever meeting somebody on Facebook Marketplace, like it's a good idea to go out from the business, maybe like park out in the middle of the parking lot somewhere where you're very visible and very easy to find. Like don't park up near all where the cars are, man. Don't do that because it's not easy to find. You want to be easy to discover, like, you know what I'm saying? All right. Gotta go find this guy. I'm not seeing, dude, I'm just not seeing you, man. I'm not seeing you. This is uneventful. We're gonna find this guy. Where there are 3 posts. Okay. It's like a silly game, dude. He's like, I'm parked where there are 3 posts. Where are there 3 posts? It's like a riddle. Well, I mean, I could do that, Karma, but I think, all right, 3 posts. He's parked where there are 3 posts. It's kind of interesting. It's like, well, I'd rather be driving around looking for him than him looking for me, I guess. Dude, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. 3 posts, man. This doesn't make any damn sense. Traffic jam. Okay, 3 posts. There's 2 posts here. Is this, dude, all right. This is why I don't like Facebook Marketplace, y'all. Because this is crazy, man. This doesn't make any damn sense, man. All right. What do you mean 3 posts in a shack? Oh, dude. Let me look at the address I sent him, man. Thank y'all for hanging out. Is there still some people hanging out here? That's cool. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Oh, dude. Okay, I know where he's at. I know where he's at, dude. Okay, he's at a different place. He's at a different place. Yeah, we're gonna find him, man. Okay. Shaq has, yeah, okay. I know where you're at. You are, give me a minute. Meant. Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna have him come over here. I'm gonna do this differently here. Let's see. Guys, sorry. Food line. Yep. Should I go over there and find him? All right, I'm gonna go over there and find him. We're gonna find him. I'm gonna get him. Not in a bad way. We're gonna find where he's at. He's at another location, guys. He went to the wrong. Not to get too technical, but he went to the wrong location. Basically, it has the same name, but it's not the same place. It's not far. I'm just gonna go get him. We're just gonna go help him out here. This didn't work out as good as I thought it would, because I thought he would come to this location over here. He went to the other one, and it's not even a commercial location. It's like a it's like a warehouse or something. So that's where we gotta go. You guys still here? Yep. No, that's okay though. We're gonna make it happen, Captain. We're gonna make it happen. But yeah, Facebook Marketplace, man, it can be a little sketchy sometimes because you have this happen. But yeah, we're gonna be good. I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna sail over to the other location because it's gonna be easier than trying to tell him to come over here, because that could be confusing. And I'll apologize, like it's my fault and everything, because it kind of is. I should have been a little bit more specific. I just thought that it would be obvious. I thought it would be obvious, but it is what it is. So yeah, you guys can talk to each other or whatever in the chat. I'm not going to be able to check that until we get stopped here. But hey, we get to go drive around a little bit, so that's cool. We're going to go drive around a little bit. I'm going to find this guy and hook him up with the shoe polisher. I think he really wants this item though. I know where he's at. Like, dude, the thing he's saying, like where he's at, it's very serious. Like the fact that he went over there and he thought that's where he was supposed to go. It's crazy. I just got to get there. I just got to get there before he leaves. Before he thinks this is all BS. Yeah. Driving around in the rain. Dude, I could do this in DoorDash, man. We could live stream some DoorDashes if I just don't want to do this because if something crazy happens live, you know what I mean? And it's like not necessarily good. So, but yeah, I guess I have my hands free or whatever, and it's not distracting me. So could be good. Could be good. I know Backyard Trucker he does lives from his truck all the time. So I guess that's true. All right. So it's not this one. I don't think it's this. Yeah, he's not in there. So he's down this other street. We're gonna make the sale, guys. We're going an extra mile to make the sale. Literally the extra mile, because it's about a mile from where I was. That's okay. I like driving anyway. But yeah, we're making the sale. You guys are hanging out with me on the Facebook Marketplace fiasco train wreck. All right. See, this is like where all the truckers go, man. This is just a whole different area, dude. This is not. It's not where I wanted him to go, man. He's gonna be like, "That's where I told me to go." Technically, yes, because it has the same name, but this is the distribution center. This is different. All right, 3 posts and a shack. I don't think it's there. I think it's I think it's got to be in here, man. Got to be in here. I'm gonna roll this down. Just messing with the sound, guys. Can y'all hear like a bunch of crazy sounds, or? I'm just curious. I'm not going to be able to read to see anyway. I'll look back at it in a minute. 3 posts and a shack. White Toyota pickup. Man, that doesn't... I don't think he's in there, man. It's getting wild, guys. Okay, I'm gonna pause here for a second, and I'm gonna ask him. All right, I'm gonna ask him a detailed question. It does, doesn't it? Maybe I'll change the title there. Okay. Are you at into a gate? I'm trying to find you. He did. He went through a gate. Okay. Okay. He went through a gate. Means he's over here. Somewhere. Hey, let's have a drop off. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. What's with all the traffic over here, dude? This doesn't make any sense. Guys, this is not working out, I don't think. Man. I don't, dude, I am. All right, let me see if I can, like, can you call people on Facebook? Let's see if I can call this guy. This doesn't make any dang sense, man. So he's probably at the other section. He is probably at the other section right now. Because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a white Toyota pickup truck, guys. Man, so he went through a gate. I don't think he went through the security gate because he's not in here. That's the security gate. I don't think he would have done that. He'd have probably been like, what is this? The only reason I know how to get in the gate is obviously I deliver over here all the time. So he gets the delivery. I'm dropping off something. It is what it is, but all right, let's see here. I'm gonna go find him. Yeah. All right. Part just past the gate on the right. Ah. Man. Past the gate on the right. Okay, let's check this out. So let's go in this other area where normal people don't go. Dude, I don't understand why. I gotta be really careful when I tell people this next time that I want to meet them at this location, because this is not the location. But I get it now. All right. Just past the gate on the right. I don't know, man. I might lose this one, guys. I might lose this one because it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, man. Yeah, dude, he's not over here either. You're just playing games with me. Dude, there's no way he would have known about the gates and all that stuff too, though. Dude, I was just there. I was just there. All right. I got an idea. Dude, this is very frustrating, and it's slowly becoming not really worth the money that I'm making on this deal. Well, I'm making a little bit of money. It's kind of worth it, but this is like not cool. All right, let's see. Can you exit the gate? Guys, I'll check the chat here in a little bit. I'm trying to, at this point, I feel bad for this guy too, like, because there's all this confusion, and I'm just trying to make sure that I actually get this done before, you know, I lose the sale, and also he loses his awesome automatic shoe polisher. I'm sure he was gonna want to go show that off at the office tomorrow. Just past the gate on the right. I don't see you, homie. All right, work. Okay, I'm gonna do this here. This is crazy, guys. Yeah, because I don't see a white Toyota pickup truck anywhere, man. I just don't see one. I'm not seeing one at all. Old pickup truck. I'm not seeing it, guys. He's saying old pickup truck. I'm just not seeing it at all. Let me check the chat. How you guys doing? Never. Well, yeah, I'm not even mad at him, man. If he's confused, I understand how he could get confused because this shares the same name with the place that I wanted to meet him. But, man, it doesn't make any sense. This doesn't make any sense, man. This wasn't worth it. I wanted him to go to a grocery store. This is the grocery store's distribution center, not far from here. And so he ended up coming over here instead. So this is just the kind of stuff you deal with on Facebook Marketplace. And dude, he's not here. I don't see him coming out of the gate, man. Might lose this one, guys. Might lose this one. It is what it is. I'm not gonna get too upset about it. It's kind of my fault for not being a little bit more specific about where to meet. I just thought it was obvious that you would want to meet like at the public place, not this place over here. I'm gonna see if I can call this guy. Hold on a second. You can make phone calls, right? I have to install Messenger to do this. Great. I'm installing it now on this other phone. And it'd be a whole lot easier if I could actually just talk to the guy. That's the gate we're talking about right there. Nobody's coming out of that. So. Okay, open. I'm just gonna try to call the guy. Doesn't that make more sense? See, on Craigslist, we used to just, you would give the number and then you would end up, not now. And so now that I have that, I'm old school, guys. I would rather always talk to you on the phone because I can figure it out. It's one time. All right. Because he's obviously not here. I think we lost him, guys. I think we lost him. Could have just hung out and done the live stream. That's okay. We went on a little side quest. You can't win them all. Let's see here. It's not answering. Seatbelt on. I think we lost this one, guys. I think he's about to head out. I don't know where, dude. I don't know where he came from or what, but like, dude, he was not here. He was not here, and he wasn't at the other spot. This doesn't make any damn sense, man. Anyway, whatever. We'll get back to hanging out. We'll just do a little after action hangout here. But yeah, dude. He just guys. Maybe I'm a little bit old school, but I would rather just talk to you on the phone. You know what I mean? Like this whole texting thing to try to figure out where everybody's at. Yeah, this is not, dude. This is not good. Okay. Hold on, guys. All right, past the gate. I bet the guy was messing with you the whole time. Maybe. Okay, no, he gave me his number. I'm just gonna, hold on a second. All right, guys. I'm going to call this guy, actually. We're gonna call them real quick. We're parked safely. Hello? Hello? Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay. Are you at the Food Line Distribution Center? Yeah, okay. That's good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you went into first entrance and you took the left, right? Okay. So I'm here. I'm outside of that entrance. If you come back like you're coming back out, I'll be here on the side of the road, man. Like at the stop sign, because this is best. I'll explain it to you in a minute. What I think went wrong. I'm so sorry. I apologize. But in fact, let me get out of the car, and I will. I got my flashers on. I got a Chevrolet, and when you come out and you see that that sign for the distribution center, you'll see me on the right here by the stop sign. Yeah, man. Okay. Okay. Thank you. If you want to stay on the phone, you can. That way, so we can just make sure. I'm kind of old school, man. We could have got this a lot done quicker if we didn't have the text and stuff. But I'm not really good with the text. Yeah, I'm in my mid-late 30s, man. I'm not into the texting all the time. Yeah, I sent you to the wrong place, I think accidentally, man. I should have been more specific, and I do apologize for that. Oh, I mean, if you get to the stop sign, you're gonna see me. That's you? I got you right here, man. Just park behind me. Okay, we did it. Okay, I'll get the thing for you. Okay. Guys, I got it done old school with the phone. So we're going to get the thing. We're going to go give it to him real quick, and we're going to go make our money. He meant well. We're going to make this happen. Dude, I'm so sorry, man. Here you go. Oh, it's a beautiful machine. Oh, yeah. Very good bearings. Yeah, I got it. So smooth. Do you see the video?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
25, right?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, man.
I appreciate it. And so sorry for the inconvenience.
Okay. Oh, it's okay.
But, yeah, thank you. Have a good day. All right, guys, we did it. We made our little bit of money. Oh, my goodness, dude. We did it, though. We got the deal done. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know you guys have faith that was going to happen, dude. We were just, dude, it was little miscommunication. It happens sometimes, but you know what? It is what it is. Oh, no, let's turn that off. Get my chat phone going again. And yeah, we'll catch up with you guys. He was a nice guy, dude. He wasn't messing with me. I kind of felt like he wasn't messing with me. He looked like a type of person that really wanted this shoe polisher. So, all right, so let's see here. Catch up on the chat, see what you guys were saying about me when I was driving around. Oh, man. DJ was saying that's his second channel. That's cool. And, yeah, should be able to something. I'm now, something now. It's much better version of Facebook. Okay. I don't know anything about that. Roasted potato person said hello. If you're still here, hello. Sorry, I was just handling some business there. I got a little wild for a minute, and plus it's like the traffic. These people are getting off too. This was the wrong place to go. We had a miscommunication. So what is Mew? You guys are talking about Mew. I'll have to look that up in a little bit. I'm going to actually relocate here in just a minute, and we'll go somewhere better. Um, stop. Tell them to stop and stay put, or it's off. Mew is definitely worth it. Moved from my Facebook groups to Mew. Okay. More. He is using Facebook Marketplace to sell something. Yeah. That was a Facebook Marketplace transaction, guys. I bet the guy was just messing with you the whole time. Turns out he wasn't. DJ says he used to use Facebook Marketplace, but his mom's friend got scammed there. It does happen sometimes. You got to be careful, you know, how you deal with people. This was not a textbook. If I'm trying to tell you guys how to do this, this was not obviously a textbook, you know, operation, but it worked out. Yay, we got the sale. Yes, we did. We got the sale. The percentages were really good. The numbers were not super high, but we did it, right? All right, so not for long. Okay. I take it back. Faith in humanity is restored. Yeah, no, he was a nice guy, man. It was just, you know, just he was confused, and I feel bad, man, because he went far. Like, he went into the truck zone. Like, I didn't even know you could go back there. I know you could go in the other parking lot, but I didn't know you could go in the truck zone. But he did that, looking for me. He went to the address. Like, he went to the center of the address. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when the GPS sends you somewhere, even if you can't really go, like, he did it, man. He really wanted this item. I agree, Karma, because I actually have Timozy on out of here. Okay, Handicap, hope you have a good rest of your day. I appreciate you hanging out with me. That was fun. Well, that's not fair. Then I won't win it back fair and square. What are you guys winning? What are we winning? All right. Hang with me real quick. We'll close this out in a minute. I'm going to go to a better location, though, real quick. Hey, that was a success, though. We're having success today. So, turn my flashers off. Don't need those anymore. I'll catch up with you guys in a minute. Let's go over here to a better location, and we'll sit and chill, and we'll close out the live stream, I guess, in a minute. That was fun. Could have been worse. Could have been better, you know. I know that's a mistake that I'm going to make it better next time by being very, very specific as to where I want to meet. If you just plug in the name, you could end up at these 2 or 3 different locations. That doesn't work out. Just give like a freaking actual GPS like pin of where to go. So all these trucks are getting out of here. Everybody's off work right now. Everybody's getting off work, coming out of that warehouse. Guys, I could do this. I could live stream like all day, delivering food. You guys would be interested to hear some of the things that happen to me while I'm delivering DoorDash, man. It'd be an interesting live stream. It's getting a little dark. So I got a ring light that I might be able to use over there at the camper or whatever for $2 at the thrift store the other day. Speaking of lighting, it's just a little ring light, but it was $2 at the thrift store. It's a USB, just plugs in. I don't know if it's going to be powerful enough, but I thought that was pretty good. I was thinking about getting like a little curtain to put behind me, but then maybe I won't do that. I don't know. I'm still playing around with the options on that. And then have this microphone. If I use the phone, I can use this microphone. You can just mount it somewhere near me, or just put it on like this. Use the ring light, have the light. So I'm kind of working some things out where we can we'll probably hang out over there in the camper a little bit. I'm still not really 100% on the service there, the internet, as to whether it's going to be fast enough for me or not. It worked out last time, but not without some glitches. So we'll just have to see, man. I mean, you know, we'll just have to see how it goes. But anyway, yeah, we're almost back to a good spot where I can just sit and we'll chat for a minute, and then I'll get back to working. Yeah, if I did the DoorDash live stream, I could do the dash cam. Like, I can turn this camera around while I'm streaming, right? Like when I'm driving. And I can do that some places, but then I can turn it back around. I don't want to show people's address, their personal, houses and stuff like that. I'm not really big on that. But you can hang out. The only problem is we would be hanging out, like, a lot of times you gotta wait for the orders. So I don't know how I would do that, man. Maybe I won't do that. I don't want to bore the heck out of you guys, right? I appreciate everybody hanging out already. And it's enough that you hang out with me and for X amount of time on Mondays. And, you know what I mean? I wouldn't want you to have to be here every single day, just for every single little thing, right? Like, that's a little much, right? My spot's taken over there, but that's okay. I'll just oh no, it's not. We'll just move right in. We'll move right back where we were, and for a minute we'll hang out and talk about these things, kind of review what happened there. And the mistake I made was not being very specific about the location. Of course, I've said that a few times now, but let me catch up with the chat. First place with the chat crown. Oh, you guys are trying to, okay. Well, you could still get first place now, because all you just got to do is just drop a bunch of chat. Just drop a bunch of comments in the chat, and you could get first place. Maybe I should do like a competition for that. That'd be interesting, right? Let's see. We have a guy here that has a tiny smart car made up like the little Tyke's toy car, who delivers DoorDash mostly for McDonald's. Is so cool. Funny to see it parked in front of McDonald's. You could just do a random day each week. Yeah, I could. And I've thought about doing like a vertical live stream as well, like that, like maybe doing more vertical live streams random, because then a lot of people pop in on the verticals. I do these horizontal because usually on Mondays I like having these conversations with you guys. And trying to get the light here, but that's not going to work. These conversations with you guys mostly, and so it's mostly subscribers that end up over here on the live streams when they're horizontal. But when they're vertical, it could go any which way, like, you know what I mean? So like a lot of people drop in, but that was fun. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, while I got the deal done. We're doing deals online on the internet, right in front of everybody, guys. That's how it's done. You could just do, okay, sorry. Yeah, but if Dan left, then I'm just competing against myself. That's true. He was here before you, though. He had a head start. So that's also true, right? He was here when the thing was ready before I even went live. He was saying hello. And anyway, I appreciate you guys all being here. It helps me out. I like hanging out, first of all. Second of all, it does help me with the watch hours a little bit. Not that I need them, but I want to keep them up, right? Like, you don't want to lose where you're at. And then also I get a lot of ideas. Like some of the places you guys told me today, not everybody's still in the chat that told me those things, but some of the places, I have this all on my phone on different, different tabs or whatever, and I'm going to go look at those places and add them to my list of places to go one day. In addition to that, of course, I'll be watching some of the videos of some of those places that you guys have done. Yeah, I'm trying to get my watch hours up on both channels right now. Okay. Are you monetized, DJ, on your channels? On both of your channels, rather? And I don't know about that Mew thing. I'll have to look that up. I'm not really big on Facebook anyway. I have the Driving Daily 919 Facebook, but you're not going to get a whole lot of value out of that right now if you're already on my YouTube, because mostly I just post YouTube videos over there. So, yeah. But anyway, that was fun. A little adventure for the Monday. I wasn't really planning on doing that. I was going to cut it off, but we got a little bit of extra time in there. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the... I was a little bit worried we were going to lose that one. I said basically, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get my watch hours up. I'm sorry. Basically, another reason why I'm working on more. No, I'm trying to get monetized. Okay, so you're not monetized. Yeah. So when it's, I don't make bukus of money on YouTube anyway. Like, dude, it's not really for the money necessarily for me, but it would be nice to one day get compensated enough to take a few days. We've talked about this, a few days, and go explore these different places and locations. You know, to where I wouldn't have to work those days, and I could take that time and actually build out the videos for you guys. And it's kind of like the mall video I just did. If you haven't seen it, go check that out. Kind of like the exploring the town. I have like some knives and stuff like that I think people might be interested in seeing. Knife people might be interested, maybe not everybody, but you know, instead of make a whole new channel, I'll probably do that over here. But if you're trying to get monetized, yeah, it's tough. Live streams help, but also what helps is, I mean, to be honest with you guys, if you get a video, if you do videos, you got to think like what people want to watch a little bit. Well, in a way, getting the video that is going to help people. Like, so my top videos are stuff that I've done on my cars that other people probably didn't want to do before they saw somebody else do it first. I used my car as a guinea pig one time. I did a series of videos there. That's really helped my channel a lot. And then almost every video that I did fixing my cars or doing little things that, you know, are stuff that you would search, I tried to make it searchable and also watchable, so where I wasn't hanging out the whole time like this. It was like right straight to the point, so it was helpful. And those videos do pretty good. And that kind of stuff carries my channel along with these live streams, really, to be honest with you guys. I've not been posting for a couple months, so my hours have tanked. My watch hours have tanked, and they were stagnant anyway, so I gave up trying to get monetized. Okay, I got you. The live streams really keep your hours up, from what I understand, from what I see in my experience. But like I said, I like to get on, and I really just like to hang out once a week, and then I have the week where I go off and I do stuff, and sometimes I'll disappear from YouTube watching and posting because it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, a lot of information, a lot of videos to watch, a lot of videos to make, and it's just like sometimes it's better just to take a day and go and do something different. Like I said, I'm listening to The Hobbit again, like while I'm driving. You know, I like listening to books and stuff while I'm driving. And sometimes something like The Hobbit, right? That's completely, it's a different world, right? It's a whole different world. It gives you a break, gives your mind a break from all this very serious stuff. Because I talk about some serious stuff, especially on the other channel, and sometimes we get into it on these live streams as well, and it gets serious. It kind of weighs on you. It really does. I mean, I know a lot of you guys don't get into that stuff on your channels, but when you do, it kind of does weigh on you. You can almost feel like the people hating you and the people supporting you, like all of it at the same time. It's kind of weird. And so it's good just to get away from it for a while and just recharge, refresh. You got to get those the sleep hours, the proper sleep hours with this along, you know, right in the circadian rhythm, so that your brain gets your mind gets refreshed. You know what I mean? You actually can like eliminate a lot of the toxins and things like that make it, you know, hard to think straight. So it's good to get rest. It's good to get relaxation and recuperation, and also maybe just read. I'm a fan of nonfiction books, but occasionally you got to read some fiction books just to kind of reset. It's something I do anyway, and yeah. So when that happens, I'm probably not watching videos, and I'm obviously not making videos when I do that. And then sometimes a day is good. Sometimes 2 or 3 days are good. Sometimes you need a week to just take, you know, and take a break, really, from everything. DJ says, yeah, we are going to take our animals for a ride in the car eventually. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, when I do my videos, it doesn't always work out that way, but you know, a lot of times I'm doing just what I want to do. But some of the ones that have been really successful, and you know, some of the ones that are sometimes not successful, but still I think they're good because you know, I wish they were better. I don't think they're great, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I think about what somebody's looking for when they want to watch that video, and like the mall video, right? I try to capture all of that mall, and any mall that I go into or any place that I go into, I want to capture the things that you would want to see if you were there. but you can't be there. Or maybe you're looking back in time. I make that video for 5 years from now. Somebody might demolish that mall one day, and or any of these places that I go to, they may not exist. So you'll look back, and I want to be able to capture everything so that somebody could actually see what it was. And then yeah, at the same time capturing, some of the things that I'm thinking about, what I'm seeing. And I'm more and more now getting into kind of the history of these places. And capture that too, and put it together with it, so that you have kind of like almost a documentary of the thing. And I think that my hope is that people enjoy that, and they get something out of it. And if somebody said, yeah, there's this place over here, there's this mall, or there's this town, or there's this building, or this abandoned place that used to be here, and they can search for it, and they can find one of my videos, and they can see what it looked like that day when I was filming, and can take them back there. It can, or they can learn something from it, or just be entertained and have that sense of the explorer. Because a lot of times I actually watch videos too of places in other states where I can't go, immediately. Like I would love to go one day, but I'm not able to because I'm working or whatever. And I like to, sometimes sit back and watch a video of somebody going and exploring something. So they say your best audience is probably you. And so for me, I like that stuff. And so I feel like making videos for that, I'm kind of almost making videos that I would watch. And I watch videos like that a lot of people do tend to watch. And so it seems to work out. But I have my own style, and maybe that makes it different, right? But anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to like, when we're making videos, we're trying to be both entertaining and possibly informative, possibly a place where you can look back 5 years from now and look at some place that maybe doesn't even exist anymore, and get a feel for what it was. And it kind of has that place in history. Even the drift videos and some of the stuff at the car shows and things like that are very similar to that. When we're doing like drift videos, we want people to be able to look back and say like, man, that was a wild day at the track. Do you remember that day? And be like, look, Driving Daily's got videos of it. You know what I mean? And so let's go watch the video, and you'll be able to look back, and you'll be able to see if you were there driving, or if you're there watching, or whatever. You'll be able to see what that was. Or if you zoom out to 10 years from now, you'll be like, hey, look, this like vintage retro, like, look at these cars, man, how old they are, right? Anyway, you get what I'm saying. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, we did a driving video of stuff around town, like malls, restaurants, and shopping, talking about what it used to be on the main channel. Yeah, that's cool. And I'll go check that out. That kind of stuff is great. Just exploring, sharing information, and also sharing the explore. For me, exploring is an adventure, and it's what makes life cool. I'm just as excited about it as when I was a child. And I would love for other people to also be able to feel that excitement. And that's when I'm exploring places, which isn't the only kind of video I do here, but when I'm doing that, that's what I want to impart that, I guess, through the video, so that people can enjoy that for themselves, Yeah. And as a result, some of them get quite a few views, and that helps sustain the channel. I guess that's what I'm kind of trying to say. YouTube is an interesting thing. But if you do it just solely for the money, for being monetized, that's going to also come across. People are going to realize that, I'm sure. I see people, obviously, if you do it for the money, you can be very successful on YouTube. Obviously, there's people that do that. There's a lot of shorts channels that are designed to do that. And you can be successful doing that. And, but don't lose that thing that's, like for me, it's exciting, to explore and to capture these things on camera sometimes. And sometimes I like to explore and not capture it on camera, because some things are just not for everybody. Some things are just for you, and that's okay too. And you just got to decide what, but sometimes I'm like, man, this is a time to pick up the camera and I'm going to capture this. They're going to love this. You know what I mean? People are going to dig this. And sometimes I'm maybe not right about that. Maybe people don't like it as much as I think they would, but I think in time, we'll see when I had 140 something subscribers, I said the channel was like an undervalued stock, and I said it was going to do a lot more. And, welcome aboard. I hope everybody stays and, subscribes and be a part of that, be early on, be a part of that. Well, now we're over 1,700 subscribers. I'm saying the same thing. We're going to do a lot. We're going to do a lot. We're going to continue to do a lot, but it's not all about money. It's not all about monetization. And the way I look at monetization is every time, even if it takes me 2 months that I can make like $100, I could take a half a day. This means I could take a half a day now and go do whatever I want for the YouTube channel. It means I could go explore a place. I could go drive somewhere that's a little bit, out of the way. I can make that video. And it helps when you support this channel, doing even more stuff, and that's why I appreciate you guys being here, watching the live streams and stuff like that. But I'm going to wrap it up here in a little bit with me. So we are basically doing a lot on this channel and the New Horizons channel right now. Well, that's great. It's good to be active. It's good that you guys are doing stuff and that you're learning and improving and always, and just get out there and film. Sometimes it's good just to get you outside of the house, right? To get you out and go doing something interesting and fun. And then you'll have memories for yourself and for your family as well. But yeah, I love to see it, and I'll check that out. But guys, it's getting dark. The lighting sucks. My unprofessionalness is showing. If it didn't show already when earlier in the fiasco, if you haven't seen that, go watch what happened. At least we made the deal. We closed it. We closed the deal. Made a few dollars. And I'm going to go do more of that now because unfortunately with inflation, you have to, right? You have to. So I don't like, life isn't about money, but you got to go work and make money, unfortunately, because that's just how it works. And I have no problem working. But yeah, as things are, I got to work about 6 hours, 6 days to 7 days a week, depending, to get the bills paid, and that's okay too. So I got to go do that now. I'm going to go DoorDash. We're not going to live stream that, not today anyway. Maybe I'll figure out a format where we can. But I appreciate you guys being here once again. Thank you so much. Hope to see you all out there making some crazy videos. And with that said, I'm going to end it here. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out.